Thank you, everyone. We're just going to go open it right up for questions for Caleb. Luke, did you want to start us off?
Yeah, Caleb. Just describe, first of all, the team's emotions and what happened on the last goal defensively in the breakdown.
It's a painful moment. Players are devastated. To put in as much as they put in that game, the amount of heart that they put in, to play the way they played in that second half, to come from behind and score 2 goals, to be seconds away from getting the number 1 seed. It's unimaginable. What I told them in the locker room, though, is that this won't define their careers. As low as this moment is for them and as painful it is, they've got big days ahead. A lot of those guys that were out on that field. It's the future of our country. Sad that I'm not going to get a chance to be in the trenches with those guys anymore. They did everything I asked. We made some mistakes. Cost us the game. These guys have long careers ahead of them. And I'm proud of those guys. And I know they're going to do great things in the future. I'm sorry for the fans. Sorry for U.S. Soccer that we didn't get the job done. But there's nothing to be ashamed about.
Caleb, I know it's obviously difficult, but what were you able to say to Sean Johnson? I guess he must be pretty inconsolable at this point.
Just hugged him. Cried with him. What do you do?
Was he able to say anything? Did he say anything to you?
Can you imagine? Feels like he's let everybody down, let his teammates down. He feels that way, and I told him he didn't. Kid's got a big future, and he was very good in the game. And he'll move forward from this. It's gonna be hard for some time, but guys, these guys are young players. They're young players. They're talented players. Are they perfect? No, they're not perfect. They're still learning. They're still growing. They're still maturing. But there'll be some bright moments in these players' careers. The good majority of them will be wearing the crest. And in some ways, this will shape their character in a way that will help them achieve greater things in the future. Because adversity shapes people, winners, in a way that will help them achieve more. And I know that with these guys. And that's what I told them as well.
You've been playing soccer.
Okay, go ahead.
You've been playing and coaching soccer your whole life. Have you ever experienced a moment of emotional, the players collapsed on the field, and I saw you try to tell them to get back up. Have you ever experienced an emotional swing like that in your coaching or playing career?
No. I've never felt anything like this in my life. That's honest. I could tell you something different, but as attached as I've gotten to those guys in 4 months, to see them not achieve, it's not about me. And I've said that all along. I've told them that all along. It's about them. I'm here to help them. Help them continue to evolve as professionals. Help them achieve successful results, get to London. That was, and for me, it's painful that they have to suffer like this, given what they gave in that second half. It's unbearable. But again, I'll move on from this as well. It's going to take some time. In some ways, I'm still utterly shocked. It was the last second, it was seconds away.
Up front here.
Caleb, you talked about the disappointment of your players. For you personally, what sort of disappointment does this represent for you? Are you able to take kind of a bigger picture look at it, or?
It's really hard to frame that right now. I'm not thinking about myself right now. I'm thinking about the players, and that's all I care about.
Right here on the right.
Coach, do you think this loss might have been in part because U.S. is overconfident, probably underestimated the rivals? In the previous press conference, you said that U.S. was able to clinch in 2 games. This time will take 3 games. Do you think perhaps you didn't fully measure the adversaries? And that's
No.
why-
No, our team was ready. Our team was ready to play. You saw that from the opening whistle. Okay, it's a good El Salvador team, though. We got some very talented young players on that team, and I credit them as well because they battled back. They wanted this bad too. You
They
can't.
came as the underdogs and they went out in the first place.
One more question.
Caleb, I hate to say it, does the sort of finality of this make it worse? Obviously, you expected to spend several more months with these guys. Suddenly, it's over because of the nature of the age groups. These guys won't be together again. You won't be with them anymore.
It's the first thing I told them. That the worst part about the way this ended is we don't have any more time together. Because this was a tight team. You ask any of them. Very tight team, great spirit and chemistry in this group. And I think that showed in that second half. Again, were we perfect? Were they perfect? No. We all made mistakes. But they also played some pretty darn good football at times. And they showed also a lot of the things that we're known for in this country. I mean, the heart they showed, the passion they showed, the grit. They did everything that they needed to win the game. In my opinion, they deserve better.
The eyes will make your question logical.
Because with this disappointing result in this tournament, and obviously last year the U20 is not qualifying, just kind of feeling that maybe the U.S. is in a state of flux, is in trouble, but you sound pretty confident about the young talent coming up. Could you just talk about where the state of the game is?
This country is evolving. And even though maybe it's not shown in this tournament, it didn't show in the U20 tournament, you can't measure success always on results. You sometimes have to prioritize winning less to play a certain way. And clearly I went into this tournament the philosophy, and you know, I stuck to it. And we didn't get the results that we needed to. But I still feel like these players evolved, and I feel like our country's evolving. I have a lot of confidence in that. And it'll show in results. No question about it. It'll show in results in the future if we continue to stick to the plan that we're following. If we really want to be a top team in the world, we have to do things a certain way. And in some ways, by doing that, you may not get results. And I think in the future we will be able to play a certain way and get results. And by doing it this way, I think we'll be competitive with the top teams in the world at some point. I don't know when that will be, but that's what we have to continue to shoot for.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Caleb, thank you very much.